And welcome back. We continue with the late edition here on SABC News Channel as we continue reflecting on the life and works of Nkosi Buthelezi following his passing, and of course we'll bring you more reactions and tributes to him. But in other news now, as the country faces increased levels of load shedding amidst the rising temperatures, these dynamics are becoming a headache for those in the catering business who were banking on the warmer days for seeing more events and opportunities for business. Entrepreneurs in the sector are facing a unique set of challenges, ranging from operational disruptions to increased costs. To talk to us a little bit more about this, on why and what would be a welcome period of fun and sun is causing dread, Nontoazifani Pana Xhalabile is the Director of Generations Business Enterprise. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us. Let's start with, what are the unique challenges facing the sector, given the fact that many businesses would say that they too face the unpredictability of load shedding?
So true, Tsepi. So you find that the load shedding, it's really affecting our business terribly so, because you'll find their schedule, it's during lunchtime hour, and for catering, that's where your peak is. Lunchtime, you don't want to miss it. So it's making it very difficult for catering companies to survive during these tough times in South Africa of load shedding.
So basically, are we saying that, and as you say, lunchtime, which is normally when the sun is also rising and peaking, so do you then have to operationally think about when to prepare food to meet those times and the storage, etc., etc.?
You know, food is a very delicate thing, because preparing food, you need to think of so many things. You need to think of maintaining the temperature. After you have cooked that food, you need your warmer. Your warmer will be needing electricity. You don't have electricity, so it becomes a bit difficult for you to pre-cook the food and say, I'll keep them to serve them during lunch, because food needs to maintain a certain temperature.
So the alternative energy solutions that are there, can you tell us about how people are thinking around this problem?
You know, the alternative energy solution, yes, you know about your solar, the generators, but can I tell you, not all SMME are educated regarding the solar, because when you talk of solar, you get a quote, it's like, it's very expensive, you cannot afford. So those are the things that I think maybe what needs to happen is maybe for the government to say, okay, let us start educating our SMMEs, because at the end of the day, we are the people who are contributing to the economy of this country. And as this is affecting us, we are unable to contribute positively. Even our employees are suffering. We are not only the businesses in this instance, the employees as well are suffering. Because remember, for you to be able to pay your employees, you need to make money. If you are not making money, the employees see that they become demoralized. And running a business with demoralized employees, not knowing where they are going, what's going to happen next, it's not nice.
And it's not even just that. I'm just thinking, as you mentioned, there's a need for education, but industry professionals thinking of investing in and transitioning to alternative energy sources. The thinking has to, obviously, as you say, you need to spend money to make money, but it also has to be sustainable. So the evolution of some of these different energy sources is itself a challenge. So what alternatives are there? Are there financial packages out there, despite the government programs on helping SMMEs?
You know what I was thinking during the day today? I was like, you know, if SARS can come into this and say, all the businesses that are tax compliant, let us make something for them, give back, because as businesses, we are also, remember, it is us who's making SARS to be the best. by being compliant, by collecting VAT, by paying everything in time. So if maybe SARS can say, let us have education for our SMMEs to know more about alternative energies that are available, that are out there, and to say maybe small businesses, not only small businesses, businesses in general that are compliant regarding the payment to SARS. We say maybe if you are compliant, make a certain percent and say it's a threshold, you will be qualifying. Maybe SARS will say, okay, bring us your business plan, tell us how we can help you regarding this. We start submitting for us to get those solar panels, because when you talk of a solar panel and you get a code, my word, you just close that code and leave your laptop there because you feel, I'm not making this money.
So while one is still considering things like, raising the finance, or perhaps you're thinking of getting into the business and you're calculating the costs of getting into business, are there simpler ways of preparing foods to create dishes that actually require less energy?
Yes, they are. You can go for your grilling. For grilling, you can use your stove, your gas stove. You can use your fire to grill. Like for us, for platters, we opt for grilling because right now it's difficult for us to prepare a simple meal that people like, the lasagna. It needs an oven. If you don't have that, if you put it in an oven and then boom, load shedding starts. Because with load shedding, they don't even follow the schedule that they give us. They will tell you it will be back in 2 hours. You find it's back in 6 hours sometimes. So the uncertainty, it's making it difficult for us. You find, but the option is to opt to use your gas. But remember, gas as well is going up with price.
And just
making your fire acid.
Yes, go on.
Tepiso.
Go ahead.
And also for us, remember to make fire at the mines. There's a certain requirements because everything for them is safety. Everything is safety. So it's very difficult with this load shedding for people to run their businesses.
And I'm just wondering about the customer experience, because actually a conversation in the office made me think about this. So a lot of people are being forced to change their ways of eating, what they eat. So what has it been like for businesses to manage customer expectations, ensuring a seamless experience despite the challenges posed by load shedding? How do you make sure you still have happy customers who are happy to pay for what you give them, especially, as you say, even if you have to evolve with the menu itself?
Remember, with food, when you go to a restaurant or a food outlet, you eat what you see, you eat what you smell. For us with food, it starts with a smell, then it triggers your taste buds, you want that. Now that is becoming difficult because sometimes you'll be saying like, today I'm craving for mohodu. I'm craving for lasagna or beef lasagna or chicken lasagna with a salad. It becomes difficult. Every time you need to explain to customers. And remember, customer is key. Even if you can explain to the customers, it makes you as a business to look as if you are incompetent. Like, every time they don't have that, and that is my favorite. Because you find outlets, catering outlets, we serve our menu, say maybe today we know people love this. On a Monday we serve this, on a Tuesday we know this, on a Friday we know they're on a chill mood, they want something light. So those are the things you find that you don't necessarily give people what they want, you give them what you can serve to them. And it's not nice because it's their money, they want to pay for it, they want to have what they want with their money.
And we thank you for speaking to us and sharing what I'm sure a lot of people either are not sensitive to, but I'm sure better understand now in terms of what will impact consumer patterns. Nontoazifani Pana Xhalabile is Director of Generations Business Enterprise, just speaking to us about the difficulties faced by the catering sector as load shedding stages go up, including temperatures rising, as well as more people also start thinking about having events or parties to enjoy the sun and the fun, so to speak.